Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a bit of a long video, so you might want to get comfortable for this one. We have a lot to do because an update is coming out and my account basically needs to be cleaned out, so I thought I'd bring you all along for the ride. I recently did make a video about organizing my account, so this is kind of what I do on a day where I need to look through everything and organize my stuff. I feel like it will be kind of messy because I have a bunch of things I need to get done, but I do have a list, so I will try to go in order. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first, we all know that no Genshin game night is complete without the perfect snack to go with it, which is why I am partnering with tokyotreat and Sakuraco to give you guys all the snacks you will possibly need to take your Genshin time to the next level. tokyotreat and Sakuraco are monthly snack subscription boxes filled with Japanese snacks, which can be shipped right to your own home. For September, also known as Tsukimi or moon viewing season, they actually have special looking boxes to match the monthly theme, and it's honestly even worth keeping after you've finished all the snacks inside. tokyotreat, which has all the cool and crazy snacks, is themed Snacktastic Moonfest. You will find a ton of lunar and cute rabbit themed snacks, some of which include the Moontastic Pudding Mochi, Carrot Crunch Rice Puffs, and Sweet Potato Wafer Rolls. But my personal favorite are the Crispy Seaweed Bites because they are so filling with just a small piece, and it has a little salty flavor too, so I highly recommend this one. But also, every tokyotreat box comes with a full pack of Kit Kats, and I am so happy to see this flavor because I've tried it before and I love it so much. These are the Mont Blanc Kit Kats and they're so delicious and you need to try them for yourself too. As for my Japanese culture lovers, Sakuraco's box this month is gorgeous with the theme being Autumn Moon Festival. You have to try the Tsukimi themed cookies, rabbit soft chews and manju, and of course the delicate Tsukimi Mikan cream cookie. But what I really want to show you is the Tsukimi Yunomi, which is this month's tableware item. You can brew your Tsukimi Gokokucha, which is the special tea of the month too. All the treats pair so well with it and make the best late night snack. Okay, I know many of the snack names sound like a lot to take in, but fear not because each box comes with an in-depth booklet which gives you all the information on the snacks, including allergies or dietary restrictions. There are also super fun and interesting pages on snack culture and everything Japan related. Honestly, I love this theme so much, and many of these snacks are definitely gonna be in my Genshin Game Night snack basket. So now is your chance to get this limited time box. Use my code AMBER for a discount to help complete your Genshin Game Night with these amazing moonlit snacks. Thank you tokyotreat and Sakuraco for sponsoring the video. Okay, the first thing I actually need to do is the event, which is Leyline Overflow. So I haven't yet collected my rewards for that, and I do want to get character EXP because these days I've been building more characters for the Imaginarium Theater, which is why I do need some character EXP. I could also get Mora, but I've been farming Mora Leylines for the past few weeks already, and I think it's just better to get character EXP for my account at this point. I kind of have a lot of both, but I just rather get that instead. The team I have on right now is my Overload team. I actually use this team when I'm farming in domains, specifically the domain for Varessa's artifacts. I do have Varessa kind of built now. I'm just gonna quickly show you. Her talents are 8, 9, 9, and I just want to raise this to 9, and possibly maybe even to 10. I don't know yet. Maybe not in this video, who knows. But yeah, so I have been building her and she is pretty good right now. I think she would be better with Ian-san though, so I guess we might have to dedicate some time to build her because my Ian-san is not built whatsoever. And I also thought while I farm these, I do want to share a few of my opinions about the upcoming updates, since a lot of you have been asking if I'm pulling for characters or just my thoughts in general. And I do have a lot of interesting stuff to share because I am personally quite excited about a new region being unlocked, other than the fact that there's a bunch more to explore and I really do need the Primus. Okay, that's our first ley line down. So in terms of my pulling plan, I think I'm going to be pulling for Nilou. I'm really not sure yet. I have been waiting for her for quite a bit of time, and I don't think she's going to be having a rerun anytime soon, so this might be my only opportunity to pull for her. Although I really do like Llama a lot, and I don't know if I want to pull for both at this time because I've also been saving up for a Skirk rerun. I think the best bet I can do right now is just wait until I get to do the trial domain for Llama because I normally pull for characters after testing out their playstyle. I know that they do make a video and showcase all the skills and everything, but I really don't make a decision until I get to try it, and I recommend you do the same, especially if you are unsure about pulling for a character. It's always really good to just test out the character and see if you actually like their playstyle, because a lot of the time the description of how a character is played is very different from how you actually click the buttons on your screen or on your keyboard. So yeah, that's just my personal suggestion. Okay, since we're here, I might as well just fight this thing. I actually haven't pulled for a character in quite a long time. I didn't pull for Mualani or Inefa or really anybody because I have been saving up my Primo Gems after attempting to get Veressa, and now that a bunch of new characters are coming out on the banner, I want to have enough funds to secure a potential character. I really was considering pulling for Chaska though because I do like her playstyle, but I have a feeling I'm going to skip her for now. Maybe I might do a few little pulls here and there, but we will see. Again, this whole structure of this video is really messy. I kind of just want to farm and get things done. Now I am curious to hear your thoughts on the new update because a lot of people have been telling me mixed things right now, and it seems like people's general opinions are really different from each other. I think a common thing I've been hearing is that the new update is very good for whales or people that love to spend, and that's because of the character max level 100 or something like that. Now personally I wasn't too pleased about that just because I don't ever get more than C6 of a regular 5-star character, so I feel like getting to that level will be super inaccessible and it might make the idea of min-maxing the game for free-to-play players a little bit harder. But anyways, we did finish using our resin and now I actually want to farm for some artifacts. So I do want to farm for Veressa artifacts, although I think my artifact inventory is quite full, but the good thing is I am building a bunch of other characters, so let's go to the artifact strongbox and then exchange a few things there. I'm gonna head over to Liyue, and like I mentioned before, I want to build some characters for Imaginarium Theater because after last month's run, I realized how many unbuilt characters I have and I can't complete Visionary mode just yet, and that is something I really want to do. It's also a little bit harder these days to get all those additional stars, so building characters is kind of my only solution for that. A few of the characters I have listed that I want to build, and feel free to recommend any additional characters as well. Some of these are not meta characters, but this is just based on personal preference of playstyle. The first one is going to be Kuki. Right now her talents are not leveled up at all. Someone said you don't have to level up her talents, but I just want to confirm if anybody knows whether or not I should level them up. I need to fix her artifacts because some of them are at +0 and that she doesn't have the full elemental mastery, and also she's level 70 and her weapon is not fully raised. I also really want to level up Yanfei. I just love her playstyle so much. It reminds me of Klee. I know she's a bit squishy, but I do have her at C6 now, and I want to level up her talents, raise her artifacts and everything because I feel like she's such a good character. I just want to get her built so she is usable. Another character is Beidou. Look at her artifact situation, it is atrocious. She has the mailed flower. I don't know if this is a good one. I really haven't looked into any of this recently, but her talents are not leveled up, and I think she's just a good support character. She isn't the best, and I know she's really down there on the tier list, but I kind of like her playstyle, so I thought she might be worth building. At least worth building more than some of the other characters. Let's just scroll past Tainari, we don't need to mention that. I also want to fix Mavuika's artifacts. She doesn't have the full Obsidian Codex set on. Her artifacts are almost max level except for her flower, but I think I want to switch out a few artifacts just to make sure that they have all the right stats and substats on them. I also need to raise my Gene weapon, so let me just do that right now. I have been farming a lot of these enhancement ores and also a lot of Mora because I knew that at some point I'm going to have a huge leveling session like right now, so thankfully I have all the resources for that. Here we are, level 90. I don't have the Aquila Favonia and my Skyward Blade is on Bennett right now, and I use Bennett more than Jean, so that's why she has Favonius. While we're on the topic of weapons, I do want to level up Amos bow. I got this and I thought I might use it on Linny at some point. Since I have it here, might as well level it up anyways. It will take a lot more auras and Mora, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make, I think. I want to use Linny. I only got him though because of Linny. I personally don't actually use him a lot. Okay, let's get these materials. I think I might have enough. Okay, looks like we can craft these. Okay, now we need to do chaos cores and chaos circuits. Should I use Dory or Sucrose? I think I'll go with Sucrose just because Dory is sneaky. Now we need chaos cores. I think 30 is fine. I remember going and collecting all of these back in the early days of Genshin because I was so bored that I would farm every enemy on the list, but that was back when there was only Liyue and Mondstadt to farm through. Anyways, I do have that now. Let's level up our Amos bow. Never mind, we need to get slime condensate. I can't believe I'm running low on the high level slime condensate though, because I know I have so much. Here, I'm gonna use Dory. Let's see if it's any better. Okay, I think I'll just use Sucrose this time because I do want the chance of getting double. Okay, we have a lot more slime condensate now. Okay, take 2. Trying to level this up, and there we go. I'm just gonna level it up to 90 so we can get this out of the way now. Ooh, it's really dipping into my auras right now. It's okay, it's okay. It's all worth it. It's for Linny, and there we go. Our Mora is draining so fast. I hope we still have enough to level up some talents, because we do have a lot of talents to level up. And since it seems like we are leveling up some weapons, I'm gonna level up Kuki's weapon. I feel like she is still a good character to use these days. I'm not sure if she's considered meta. I don't really look at the meta teams anymore, but she does still seem useful in some hyperbloom situations. And also her healing and everything like that is pretty useful. Here we go, level up to 90, and there. Since I do actually have a checklist, I am going to check these off. So we did level up the Amos bow, and we did Kuki's weapon, as well as Jean's weapon. Okay, perfect. If you do also want a cute planner to do all your Genshin planning and Genshin chores in, I did just make a completely free to use template. It is in my community post. It's also in my YouTube bio. I've tried to make it as accessible as possible. It's on Notion, so if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you do that. It will help you organize your Genshin account, and I added instructions so that everyone knows how to use it. I really do want to make your Genshin experience as smooth as possible, so that's why I did make the planner. I hope you enjoy. Okay, no more yapping about that. Let's work on some artifacts. Last time we did this, we were working on Cloran's artifacts, and I don't really want to do that right now. So what I think we will do is organize some of Malvika's artifacts now. Okay, I don't think I have any new Obsidian Codex. This one is pretty good, the crit rate and crit damage, so I'm not going to touch this one. Although the flower could be changed. I have this one with crit rate and crit damage that hasn't been leveled up yet, and it's worth rolling to see what would roll into it basically. It does have attack percentage, which is better than the flat attack, which is on this one. Now we just have to hope it actually rolls into those stats. Let us get started. I have been farming a lot, you can tell, in Varessa's domain, so we're going to be using some of those. And I think I'm going to just blindly put in all these 4 stars because I won't use them. That's actually so unfortunate. Okay, pretend that didn't happen. This is already going off to a bad start. Let's keep going. And really? Honestly? I don't know. Okay, I don't think this flower is usable anymore. We might just have to keep going with this one. It basically rolled the same as it did for the first one we did. So do we really have anything left to lose? I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna put in all of these. Wanderer's Troop. We got 1 crit rate roll. That's good. I'm praying that the other one is crit damage. We need at least another crit roll. Let's do that. I don't think I'm gonna need these 4-star artifacts, so I'm not really checking through them. Ooh, okay, crit rate. Our crit damage is pretty low, but it is slightly better. This one does have at least 2 crit rolls. This one has only a chance of getting 1. So I think we'll just have to go with this one we had before for now. So we have this circlet, which is also crit rate, and the only crit damage we have is on Varessa already, unless you want to steal from Kinich, but I don't really feel like doing that. So maybe we could steal Varessa's crit damage because her ratio, well, it's okay, but we might want more crit damage, I think. I don't know. Actually, maybe let's just keep it this way. Sorry, I keep changing my mind, guys. Let's now look at her goblet. The recommendation is pyro damage bonus, and I do have this Wanderer's Troop one on. It does have a good crit rate and crit damage roll. I'm wondering if there is any better that we can do here. We have all these other pyro ones here. Maybe we could try rolling them and see. Like, this one has crit rate and damage, and this one does too. I'm gonna see if we can roll this later. As for our sands, we have this attack one, which doesn't have crit damage. It's not the best, and I really would like one in Obsidian, but since none of them have that except for this EM one, which we won't really need, and also this defense and HP, there's this one. Let's see if we can roll any other crit stat on it. It's not very good. Don't do this at home, guys. Definitely do not do that at home. This one, I think this one's worse. I don't think it's worth rolling. I do see the problem that we have because both the goblet and the sands are not good. I don't really feel like re-rolling any stats at the moment, so let's see if we can get this to roll any better than the first one did, but if not, we're just gonna abandon it. Instead of using my artifact EXP, I think I'm just gonna use my 4-star artifacts still. I have a lot of them to use. I might as well use them. Okay, we got 1 flat attack. I don't think it'll get any better then. Crit rate, it's gonna have to roll crit rate or damage for the next few rolls. And crit damage, it's promising. Let's see, crit damage, I think that's what we want more. HP, okay, it's already not looking too good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go with the previous one. So far we have made no improvements to Malvika's artifacts, which is kind of unfortunate. So we might have to turn our attention over to a different character at the moment. And I think I'm gonna go with Kuki. The only reason I haven't looked at her artifacts is because there's a lot of other stats that she is good with. People are saying HP or EM, and I don't know or not if we need crit rate or crit damage. If any of you guys play Kuki or have her built, I really do need your feedback or advice on her. So let's look through a few of the things here. We have a non-leveled EM circlet, and we have this one, which is HP. Here it recommends EM. I think I'm gonna go with that. But we don't have one that has good substats, except for this one. Now, do we need crit or not? Does Cookie need crit? That's the big question. And then we have this EM goblet, and we don't have any others. For her stands, we have this EM, but it's also no crit. We have lots of defense. Okay, so Cookie does need a lot of work. As for the substats that they recommend, EM, HP, crit damage, and then crit rate. So I'm gonna guess she doesn't need a lot of crit, mostly looking for HP. So that's why I am gonna level this up. If I'm making a huge mistake, someone please call me out in the comments. My lack of Cookie knowledge is truly showing here. I'm gonna scoop all these up. It seems like we can't really get any worse than where we are right now, unless it goes into flat defense for the next few rolls. I'm just hoping it goes into HP. Okay, attack. I don't think she needs that though. As far as what the guide says, and can I trust it? I don't know, maybe. I think we're just focusing on the main stat for now. I really don't know. I want to complete the 4-piece set, which is why I'm not going for any off pieces right now. And we got 1 HP roll. Yay! We have 1 more roll left, and I'm gonna hope it goes into HP. It's for the first time I actually hope it goes into HP. You know, the reason I keep all of these 4-star artifacts and so-called bad artifacts is because I have this feeling that one day Genshin is gonna release a character that scales off of all our bad stats, like scales off of pure flat defense or just defense or anything. So that's kind of why I want to keep all these bad artifacts, because I have a feeling Genshin's gonna do something, and then all those artifacts that I threw away, I'm gonna wish I had them back. Something like that. I'm just keeping them for that sake. But for now, let us raise this. This one has EM and crit damage. We do have a lot of options for the feathers here, and for substats it still recommends EM and HP, but right now her crit is looking really bad. But does she need crit? I have no idea. I think this one looks pretty good because it has ER and EM, so I'm gonna raise this and hope it does something good. Ooh, this is actually really good. For the first time we had a good roll today. Okay, keep going. I don't want to get my hopes up. Keep them low. Keep them low. Guys, something's happening. Something's happening. Let's keep rolling. Okay, that's a good stat. That is really favorable right now. We are on a roll. Okay. Okay. Energy recharge. It's okay. It's okay. We have 1 last shot. Would it go into crit damage and then we have all the stats raised? EM is preferred, I think. I'm gonna assume EM is preferred because all the other stats say you should raise EM. Okay, ER, that's fine. Although getting that crit roll was really, really lucky. And we have dipped into the 20s now for our Mora, but this is a lot better than her previous feather, which was just this. First, the EM is higher, and I know we did lose a little bit of crit damage, as well as a bit of HP, but maybe we can make up for that in the circlet, which we have yet to raise. Now, this is kind of our only shot at raising something that has all the missing stats. This one has EM and all the other crits, and I don't think we have any other EM that's strong at the moment. This one has 3 attack stats raised, and I don't really feel like this one is worth putting on when we know we can get better rolls. This does sound like a gambling addiction, but I'm gonna see if we can roll HP percentage on this. It's very unlikely, but we do have other options, like we have this one maybe, and we also have this. All the others are not too good, but let's see if we can do this one, because I think this is the best that we have so far. I just haven't raised it yet, and we're gonna find out today. You guys get to join me on the ride, and we are running low on artifact materials. Guys, you will not believe this. I wouldn't believe it if I said it to myself. Okay, this is really good news. I wouldn't believe it. What is up, Hoyo? Is this destiny, perhaps? Are we gonna get something good here? And this is our next opportunity. I'm gonna hope HP, maybe crit rate. We might need crit rate, but does she need crit rate? I have no idea. For the first time, I'm actually kind of happy that we got HP. We are running low on some of our materials here. We might have to use our artifact EXP, but I heard that next update, I think, you can use them for the artifact transmuter, which is why I don't want to use it yet until it's confirmed. I don't think I was paying close enough attention. We got crit rate, that's good. I like to see that. We have 1 more shot. Okay, let's just use some of these. I don't think we need these. I used to be so particular about which artifacts from the 4-star section I would give away. Guys, we just got some pretty good rolls here. This is good. I'm satisfied. I keep making Hamilton references here. I'm not doing that intentionally. We have a lot of upgrades on Kuki, which is very good. She's looking a lot better than she did before. I guess focus more on the EM right now than other things. She is definitely more playable, which I'm very happy about. We could raise her now, and I think we should just ascend her for the sake of ascending her. So let's craft some of these and see if we can raise her. I haven't farmed any of these materials in a long time. I've just been getting them naturally through commission rewards. I think we need 6. I'll just make 7. And then I believe we do have all the other things needed. So Kuki, you are getting promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Level 80 and ascend. Wonderful. Oh, our Mora is 28 mil now. I'm gonna level her up to 89. I normally do this, and then I naturally level up the characters for the remaining levels. So there she is. This is my version of max level Kuki. She has a fully leveled weapon, artifacts. I think they're pretty much set. I'm not sure if you can really get any better than this at the moment. She is only C1 though, which is kind of unfortunate, but it'll have to do. And now for her talents. The only issue is that her materials are these specters, and I know that I can craft some of them. They are kind of a pain to farm, but I farm with my Hyperbloom team, so let's just raise it to as far as we can go. I think we're gonna get this to 9, and then I'll get this to maybe 8 or 9. So what I'm gonna do is craft up a bunch of specters. I can already feel how messy this video is gonna be. There's a lot of things that I'm doing all at once, and I'm just jumping from thing to thing. Okay, we have those. Cookie, where are you? Okay. Leveling this up, and I'm not going to crown her, and then level this up. I really hope this is worth leveling. Either way, she does get a small upgrade, and I'd rather have her be leveled than not, because there really is no downside to leveling her up. It's just a matter of wasting resources or not. I just hate how much Mora leveling up requires. Okay, and 9. Okay, so we could afford it. That is good. I had enough books. I was worried we didn't have enough books, and I really don't feel like farming them today, but we now are at 26 million Mora. I'm really glad I did farm a lot of Mora in advance, because this is such a Mora heavy video. But I can finally check that off on my list. So Kuki, you are now fully built. I think I'm very satisfied with the state of Kuki now. I always avoided using her before because of how unbuilt she was, but we can finally shift our focus over to a different character, and our options are either Yanfei, Beidou, or actually Charlotte, because some of her artifacts do need fixing. I could also level up her talents, which I might as well just do that right now. Don't think there's any wrong in doing that. Okay, I'm so broke on these things. I need to craft some. The problem with her artifact situation is that the recommendation is actually 2-piece glad, 2-piece emblem, and this is kind of the best combination that I have at the moment. Most of her artifacts are just things that I threw together from old sets. She isn't really at the best state right now, but I don't really feel like switching out a bunch of artifacts, so let's focus on someone different. So I think we're gonna go with Yanfei. Currently, they recommend you get a 4-piece crimson, and I hate the crimson domain. It gives me so much trauma from back in the day, so we might just have to strongbox it. Personally, strongboxing crimson is something I don't mind doing. I think that because it is Yanfei, it is worth it. I could also go for Wanderer's Troop because of the charge attack, but I think I will just go with this for now. So after analyzing what I have, it seems like I need a lot more pieces in general, and I might have to strongbox it. I think we're gonna leave it at this for now, where I'm not gonna strongbox it, just because I want to prioritize Varessa's artifact farming. I know I've been jumping around so much, but please bear with me, I have a lot to clean up on this account. I want to go in and farm Varessa's artifact domain because as of now she has none of her proper artifacts, which is why I can't really use her in the abyss. That is why I'm gonna head over to her domain. I have 5 condensed resin, and then I also can use the 20 original resin. So let's teleport over there now. So no strongboxing it seems like, because our artifact inventory is pretty empty. The only reason I went to go to the strongbox in the first place was actually to use artifacts so that my artifact inventory wouldn't be full. But now that we've leveled up all of our artifacts by putting in the artifacts, our artifact inventory is pretty empty, so it will be fine to farm. I don't know how efficient this team is. I personally just like it. I think these days I've been liking 4-star characters a lot because they don't have a burst animation, and for Varessa you don't have to see her burst animation, which makes the farming feel so much faster at least. Like Fischl, she just goes into her burst here, and then Chevreuse, she just does her burst like this. I really prefer that over having to go through the burst animation. I hope that one day we do have the option of turning that off, because I know we can already turn off the UI, but I do want to turn off the burst animations because sometimes when I'm playing for long hours of the day or if I'm exploring, I do get really dizzy after looking at some of the burst animations. It is a very nitpicky thing, but it is just a personal suggestion. Hoyo, if you're watching this, can we turn off burst animations, please? But anyways, let's just run this domain a few times. I think now that my Varessa is built, this domain is a lot more tolerable. At first, I didn't have a built Varessa, so it would take forever, or I'd have to go into co-op, and sometimes people even wouldn't bring a plunging character, or I just wait in the sidelines until the barrier is down. But either way, I have a Varessa that is somewhat built, and I can use her in a team. so at least that's consistent damage in that part. Also, I'm not checking the artifacts because if they're not auto-locked, which they are, the setting for auto-lock is already on. So if the artifact doesn't show that it's being auto-locked, I won't check it just for the sake of saving time. But also if the artifact is the cryo set, I won't check it either since that isn't what I'm looking for right now. My only priority is Varessa and her artifacts. I do really want to get Skirk, and if any of you guys have Skirk and have anything good or bad to say about her, I am very open to your influence, so I do need suggestions on whether or not she is worth pulling for. If you guys have anything to share, I'd be more than happy to hear it. I do like Skirk's aesthetic a lot. I think she will really fit the category of aesthetic impact, so that is another reason I want to add her to my account. But also she is a cryo character and a cryo DPS, and as of now I do only have Risley. I don't think I'm going to be getting Ayaka. She has been on my wish list for a long time, but now that we're getting people like Skirk and more characters in the future, I don't think Ayaka's on my wish list anymore. Okay, domain run done. We got a few more runs of this. Ooh, nothing good. Physical damage, we don't need that. This one's not that good either. Okay, next round. You know, I really am excited about the new areas that we get to unlock and explore. As someone who just loves to explore and grind the map, I think the puzzles are sort of Star Rail-y, I think, or Wua. Someone mentioned it, but Nodcry is really giving Wua and Star Rail vibes. I haven't personally played Wua. I did play Star Rail for a little bit of time, but based on the pictures and video clips I've seen, that's really the vibe that I'm getting from Nodcry. Okay, this artifact's not bad. Anyways, I don't really dislike the update. The aesthetics are not as cool as Inazuma, because Inazuma was peak. When Inazuma dropped, I was so excited for that. But I am really curious to see how they will incorporate Nodcry in the storyline. The only issue is I'm not really getting a cohesive theme from all the characters, because it seems like everything is sort of different. It's kind of like Natlan, where every character has a bit of a different vibe. The only thing is I know the lore of Natlan, so I know why all the different tribes have different aesthetics. This honestly just goes to show my lack of lore knowledge on Nodcry. Okay, we finished farming anyways. But yeah, I just want to see how all the characters and settings and just everything fits together. Inefa? Hello? Okay. But we're just gonna have to wait and see and enjoy what happens in that case. Okay, enough yapping on that part. I've been talking way too much. The last few things I want to do are actually go grocery shopping, which is something I haven't done in years because I don't normally do this anymore since I have an abundance of products. But I am gonna go here, go to Blanche, but I want to buy a few cooking ingredients. Yes, I do own 5,000 potatoes, and no, I don't think I will need to use that many, but I think at this point it's just gonna be an annual grocery shopping trip where I buy everything. And I actually used to go to every region's store every week and buy the entire store out. That's not the case anymore. I only go to one store because I clearly have enough. And now let me cook, and for today's dish we're going to be making our specialty here. That's partially why I did buy the ingredients for that, just so I can cook a lot of these. This is the food that goes in my NRE 30, so I'm gonna cook a bunch of them since I actually use the NRE 30 when I go to domains. Okay, we can cross out shopping on our list. Let's go over to craft some ores and pick up what we did craft in the past. I feel like I should do a better job at doing this every day because I only do this a few times a week instead of every day like you're supposed to. But let's fill up the queue and then we can pick this up in a bit. And I think that's mostly it for my Genshin chores. This video has been already super long. I hope it hasn't been that boring. So I'm gonna end it off in my Genshin teapot because I have maximum realm currency. You know what I really need to do? I need to revamp my teapot because it's looking so hideous at the moment. And also my characters are maximum friendship EXP, so I can't really farm anyone's name cards anymore. But I would like to at least make my farming realm look somewhat pretty. Or if you guys want to, I can make a huge video of me making a teapot design where I'll go and decorate a realm of the teapot because I have every realm except for Natlan unlocked, and I really would like to decorate some of these realms, especially Silken Courtyard and Emerald Peak. I really like them a lot. So if you guys are interested in watching a giant teapot decorating video where I'll go into depth of how I plan my layout for my teapot and build everything, please let me know if you'd like to see that. If you guys would not like to see that, that is completely fine. It's going to be a big beefy video if that's the case. But I think we are done here. Thank you everyone who stayed this long into the video. I had a lot of fun making it, and it was a lot of fun to farm with you all and show you the process. I know this video might have been a bit boring, but I do hope you could use it for at least a little bit of background noise. Either way, thank you again for being here. If you'd like to see my Genshin planner, be sure to check the link in my bio, and best of luck on your polls in the new Nodcry update. So I will see you all in our next video. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye!